BaltLi's participating whole life product is a permanent life insurance product solution to address the needs of their clients wanting lifetime protection for their families. In this presentation, we will review market opportunities along with product and rider details for our simplified and fully underwritten face amount. So what are some of the key advantages of our participating whole life product? Permanent protection. We offer a level death benefit that is fully guaranteed. Guaranteed level premiums on our life pay and 20 pay options. Guaranteed cash values and non-forfeiture values. Participation in non-guaranteed annual dividend payments that can purchase additional insurance on the insured. Our accelerated death benefit rider that's automatically included at issue in all states where the rider is approved. And of course, no maturity date on coverage. Based on the markets you may service, there are general and specific needs that our whole life product can address. For young families, affordability is certainly a factor. Not only addressing the needs the client has for protection, but making sure that the products they're purchasing are affordable now and going forward in the future. Providing protection for insurability. Based on the current purchase, they're protecting their current insurability, but by adding a guaranteed insurability option rider to this contract, you can actually protect future insurability where they can make purchases at various dates going forward. Coverage for both short-term and long-term debt, as well as covering the loss of income. For established families, some of the market needs include accumulation of cash for emergencies, covering the loss of income, covering short and long-term debt, as well as covering final expense needs. Pre-retired market needs include covering final expenses, providing for children, grandchildren, covering loss of income for a spouse, and covering loss of income for a family member. For example, a family member that might be a child with disabilities. For moderate retires, some of the needs include covering the loss of income for a spouse, asset transfer to children and grandchildren, and covering final expense needs. BaltLi's products are now offered through a simplified underwriting process for face amounts of $2,500 through $100,000. For product face amounts greater than $100,000, we use a full underwriting process. The only exception are ages 61 through 80, applying for a face amount over $50,000. These applications will require full underwriting, but can use the application form ICC 178684 or the state-specific version of the form. This is the application that we use for simplified underwritten face amounts. Now let's review the product details of our A priority whole life product using simplified underwriting. Our simplified underwritten whole life product has a minimum face amount of $15,000. The maximum face amount is $100,000. We have two underwriting classes: standard, which includes risk standard through table 4, and special for table 5 through table 8 types of risk. Premium classes include non-tobacco and tobacco, remembering that for ages 61 through 80, face amounts over $50,000 will require underwriting using the application form ICC 17-8684. Our rates are gender specific. Issue ages are based on current age or age at last birthday. We have a standard underwriting class with issue ages 0 through 80, and the special underwriting class offers issue ages 18 through 80. Juvenile issue ages 0 through 15 are treated as non-tobacco users. Please remember that age of contract can vary by state. premiums are banded at $15,000, $25,000, and $50,000. There are two premium payment periods for the simplified issue whole life product, Life Pay and 20 Pay. Premium payment modes include EFT monthly, semi-annual, and annual. We also offer direct bill, annual, semi-annual, quarterly. Also available, we have family list bill and salary savings. This policy is issued on policy form ICC 178723 or the state-specific version 8723. This whole life product is illustrated, and you should be using Secure Solution Illustrator to complete. The illustration must be signed by the client. You can find Secure Solution Illustrator on your agent portal. Unearned premiums which have been paid in advance are returned at the insured's death. The non-forfeiture options, which include extended term life and reduced paid-up insurance, guarantee that the insured will receive some protection should the policy lapse after cash value has accumulated. Please note that the ETI option is only available for the standard underwriting class. The application used to support our simplified underwritten face amounts is the Interstate Compact Form ICC 178684. This version of the application is used in most states. There are a few state-specific versions of the application, Form 8684. Use the A Priority State Approval and Forms List, Form 8805, to confirm the correct form for your state. Now, through BaltLi's InSpeed Now process, we offer you several ways in which you can submit your application. Of course, you can use a paper application complemented by our pre-app process, or you can use our paperless application process through the InSpeed Now call center, again, complemented by the pre-app process. And coming soon, we'll be offering a connected device version of completing the application. The application for individual life insurance is used when applying for our participating A Priority Whole Life product. This same application is also used for our Universal Life with Secondary Guarantee and Level Term products. In December 2019, it will also be used for our SilverGuard Whole Life product. The application consists of 15 modules that are used to collect information for all persons that are a party to the application. Within Module 4, based on the insured's age and face amount being applied for, there are specific sets of medical questions to complete. The Option A medical questions are used for issue ages 0 through 17 with a face amount through $100,000. If you are applying for the Children's Insurance Benefit Rider, a set of Option A medical questions needs to be completed for each child named in the rider. If there is only one proposed insured, one set of the Option A medical questions should be completed. The Option B medical questions should be used for proposed insureds ages 18 through 49 with a face amount through $100,000. The Option C medical questions should be used for proposed insureds ages 50 through 80 with a face amount through $100,000. The Part D questions within the C medical question group should be answered if you are applying for a proposed insured over age 60 to age 80 with a face amount over $50,000. The Part D medical questions should be used for face amounts above $100,000 to support a fully underwritten process for the Advantage Whole Life product. Dividends can be paid but are not guaranteed. If payable, they are paid annually after the policy has been enforced for 4 years and likely payable at the end of the 4th policy year. No termination dividends are payable. Dividend options include paid-up additions, reduced premium, accumulated interest, and cash. The policy also offers a loan feature at a rate that will not exceed 8%. The loan cannot exceed 95% of the cash value less any unpaid premium. Interest is calculated at the end of the policy year, and for more current interest rates, please contact our customer service department. We offer an automatic premium loan option that can automatically pay premiums by taking a loan from the policy cash value on the owner's behalf. This option would be used to prevent a policy from lapsing in the event a premium is not paid. Our whole life policy also does not charge a policy fee in addition to the premium. The participating whole life policy makes available the following riders: waiver of premium, accidental death benefit, the children's insurance benefit, the guaranteed insurability benefit, the single premium additional insurance rider, non-occupational disability income rider, and our accelerated death benefit rider, which is automatically included at issue in all states where it is available. So let's review each of these riders in more detail. Your clients value their life insurance protection and pay premiums on a regular basis. But what about those times when they become disabled for an extended period of time and can't make the premium payments? Our waiver of premium rider allows premium payments to be waived in the event of the insured becoming disabled as defined in the rider. Issue ages available are 16 through 55. This rider is available in the standard underwriting class. Premiums are level for the full term of the rider or for the duration of the policy itself, such as our 20-pay version of whole life. The benefit expires at age 60, and in the event of a total disability before the age of 60, the benefit continues until total disability ends or the policy is fully paid up. A sudden and unexpected death caused by accidental means is a real risk that everyone faces. Let's review the details of the accidental death benefit. It pays an additional amount above the face amount if death is caused by accident. Issue ages available are 0 to 65. Terms of the underwriting class is only available if the primary insured is issued the standard underwriting class. Benefit amounts are starting at a minimum of $15,000 with a maximum of 1.5 times the base policy base amount. Premiums are level for the full term of the rider coverage, and the benefit expires at age 70. Providing adequate protection with our participating whole life policy on the primary insured is very important. But in many cases, your clients have children and would like to provide them with affordable term protection, protect their future insurability so they can convert that term coverage to a permanent life insurance product. Our children's insurance benefit rider provides term insurance on the lives of named children of the insured. Issue ages are 18 through 60 for the base policy insured and ages 0 through 14 for children that are insured. The underwriting class is based on the availability of the standard underwriting class on the primary insured, and that the standard underwriting class must be issued in order for the rider to be available. Benefit amounts are $5,000 through $20,000, but not more than 50% of the base policy. The conversion feature is up to 5 times the rider face amount with a maximum of $50,000 at each child's attained age of 18, 21, or 25, or the child's marriage, or the base insured's attained age of 70. The benefit does expire age 70 of the base insured or age 25 of the child insured. In regards to the guaranteed temporary coverage, while this rider is in force, newborn children will automatically receive $2,000 of death benefit beginning at 7 days old for a 90-day period. After 90 days, temporary coverage will expire and an application to continue coverage under the rider must be submitted and approved. clients who purchase a whole life product today based on current needs know their needs will change over time. The guaranteed insurability option allows the insured to buy additional insurance at defined times in the future without evidence of insurability. Issue ages available are 0 through 37. The minimum option amount is $15,000. The maximum option amount is the lesser of $50,000, or the policy face amount. On any option date, the maximum face amount of insurance that can be purchased cannot exceed the result of $200,000 minus the sum of the face amounts of insurance on all policies and riders in force with BaltLi on the life of the insured. The regular option dates include the policy anniversary date following the insurer's ages of 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 37, or their 40th birthdays. The alternative option dates are 61 days following the marriage, birth of a child, or adoption. Exercising a purchase option on an alternative option date will cancel the next regular option date to purchase that additional coverage. Premiums are level and payable to attained age 40 on the life pay base policy, or payable for 20 years, or to the attained age of 40, whichever is shorter, for the 20 pay base policy. The single premium additional insurance rider allows the insured to buy additional, fully paid up insurance with a single premium rider. Issue ages 0 through 80, and for juveniles 0 through 15. Underwriting classes, this rider is only available if the insured is issued the standard underwriting class. Benefit amounts are the minimum of a $100 single premium with no explicit maximum. The death benefits are level. Premiums are for single premiums calculated in $100 per unit. The payment, of course, can be submitted using a check or a 1035 exchange. And this policy, once that rider is issued, does require an endorsement that renders the extended term insurance option unavailable. In addition to the life insurance benefit offered with our whole life product, your client can also apply for a monthly non-occupational disability income rider that will pay a 2-year benefit during a total disability as defined in the rider. This rider provides coverage for only non-occupational sickness and accidents. In order to be eligible, a primary insurer must be ages 18 through 55 at policy issue. The rider will expire at age 60. The insured must be employed and covered by workers' compensation insurance or state government program. The insured must also work a minimum of 30 hours a week. There are some occupations that are excluded from eligibility. Premiums for the rider are guaranteed in the first year and may increase thereafter. The disability income rider covers off-the-job injuries and sickness. The minimum monthly benefit is $100, and the maximum benefit available will be the lesser of $2,000, or 5% of the base policy coverage amount for the insured, or 60% of the insured's monthly income. The underwriter will take into account all other DI coverages that the insured currently has to determine the 60% of income rule. Before a benefit would be paid, there is a 90-day elimination period. To apply for this rider, complete the rider questions in Module 4 of the Individual Life Insurance Application, Form ICC 17-8684, or the state-specific version of that form. The disability income rider is available on base policies that are issued with a standard simplified underwriting class. What is the definition of total disability in order to be eligible for a benefit payment? The covered insured must be unable to engage in occupation for compensation or profit resulting from a bodily injury received after the rider issue date, or a disease first diagnosed and treated by a licensed physician after the rider issue date. The insured under this rider would be considered totally disabled if they have a total irrevocable loss of the sight in both eyes, or use of both hands or both feet, or the use of one hand and one foot. Here are some additional rider specifics that you should consider if an insured sustains an additional disability for the same or related cause after the date of an initial disability benefit period, but before the end of the 2-year benefit period. In this situation, the new disability will be considered a continuation of the prior total disability. There will be no new waiting period and no extension of the maximum benefit period. If the insured suffers an unrelated additional disability after the date of the original disability, but before the 2-year benefit period has ended, the unrelated disability would be considered a new disability. Following a new 90-day elimination period after the date of the new disability, the insured is eligible for another 2-year benefit. At no time will the company pay more than one disability benefit for 2 or more disabilities occurring simultaneously. In the event of a recurrent disability where the insured becomes disabled again for the same or related cause, we will consider the latest period of disability a continuation of the prior period of total disability. If the insured works for a minimum of 30 hours per week in a gainful occupation for at least 6 months between the 2 periods of disability, then the company will consider the latest disability a new disability. In this case, the insured is eligible for another 2-year benefit, but a new elimination period of 90 days would be required. Let's review the accelerated death benefit rider, the 2 health event triggers under the rider, and the percentage of payout for each. The first accelerated death benefit rider trigger covers terminal illness. The policy owner can accelerate up to 75% of the policy death benefit if the insured is diagnosed as terminally ill with a life expectancy of 12 months or less. The second accelerated death benefit rider trigger covers permanent confinement to a qualified nursing home facility. In this case, the policy owner can accelerate up to 50% of the death benefit if the insured is confined to a qualified nursing home facility with the expectation of a permanent confinement. There are some states that have limits that are less than the maximums we've reviewed. Please review the state approval list for specifics. The accelerated death benefit rider can be used any time after issue. The amount accelerated will create a lien against the death benefit, will accumulate at an annual interest rate of 8%. The death benefit ultimately paid will be calculated by taking the face amount less the original lien plus accumulated interest. We will review an example of the lien approach in just a moment. The minimum amount that can be accelerated is $5,000 and the maximum is $250,000. Here's an example of an accelerated death benefit rider payout. In this example, we'll assume that the insured is terminally ill and is going to accelerate at a maximum rate of 75% of the face amount. The face amount in this example is $100,000. If the client decides to accelerate, maximum rider payout would be $75,000. BaltLi does add a $100 service fee for that transaction, so the accelerated death benefit lien starts at $75,100. If death occurs 1 year after the accelerated death benefit payment is made, the death benefit would be calculated as $100,000 for the face amount, less the original lien of $75,100, plus 1 year's worth of interest at $6,008, giving you a remaining death benefit of $18,892. Now let's review the details of our fully underwritten whole life product. Minimum face amount starts at $100,000 and $1. There is no maximum face amount. Underwriting classes are Preferred Plus starting at $250,000, Preferred starting at $100,000 and $1, as well as Standard through Table P. There are 2 premium classes, non-tobacco and tobacco. Our rates are gender specific. Issue ages are based on current age or age at last birthday. Preferred non-tobacco and tobacco issue ages are 25 through 80. For non-tobacco users, issue ages are 0 through 80. And for tobacco users, 16 through 80. Juveniles 0 through 15 will be treated as non-tobacco users. The application used for our fully underwritten Advantage Whole Life product is the ICC 178684 or the state-specific version. The policy form is the ICC 178723 or the state-specific version. Keep in mind that this product is an illustrated product, so a signed illustration is required. Premium payment periods include life pay as well as 20 pay. Premium payment modes include annual, semi-annual, quarterly, monthly EFT, and family list bill and salary savings. Unearned premiums which have been paid in advance are returned at the insured's death. The non-forfeiture options, which include extended term life and reduced paid-up insurance, guarantee that the insured will receive some protection should the policy lapse after cash value has accumulated. If the single pay additional insurance rider is added to the policy, it requires an endorsement that renders the extended term option inoperative. Like our simplified underwritten whole life product, our fully underwritten whole life product is participating. Dividends, of course, are non-guaranteed, payable annually after the policy has been enforced for 4 years, and likely payable at the end of the 4th policy year. No termination dividends are payable. We have 4 dividend options: paid up additions, reduced premium, accumulate at interest, and cash. The policy loan feature provides a rate that will not exceed 8%. The loan cannot exceed 95% of the cash value, less any unpaid premium. Interest is calculated at the end of the policy year. We offer an automatic premium loan option that can automatically pay premiums by taking a loan from the policy cash value on the owner's behalf. This option would be used to prevent a policy from lapsing in the event a premium is not paid. Our whole life also does not charge a policy fee in addition to the premium. The riders on our fully underwritten Advantage Whole Life product are the same as those offered on our A Priority Whole Life product with face amounts of $100,000 or less. On your agent portal, you will find our product toolkits. In the toolkit, there are many sales and marketing materials to support you in selling our participating whole life product. These are just a few examples. So now that you have a good understanding of our participating whole life product, let's review how it can be utilized. When should your client buy whole life? And when should they buy term? The answer, whatever fits their needs, is the correct policy. Remember, you have to work within your client's premium commitment. This means that you may need to offer a blended solution. It's important not to prejudge anyone. Through fact-finding and a needs analysis approach, you will most likely sell more permanent insurance than you would by using the rule of thumb approach. Whole life insurance can be a viable option for the family market. It could be a better fit than term insurance in certain situations. It can be designed to be comparable with universal life and has greater peace of mind in some situations. And finally, it can be used to prepare for future needs. For the client owning a whole life policy, what if the insured lives? Well, the owner can surrender the policy back to the company at a guaranteed predetermined cash value. What if the owner insured quits paying premiums? Based on options available, they can cash surrender the policy, take reduced paid up insurance, or take an extended term insurance option based on the cash value available at the time the option was elected. If the owner insured quits due to a disability and the waiver of premium was issued with the base policy, the company will cover premium payments on the policy until the client's disability ends or the policy becomes a paid-up policy. See the rider description for more details. What if the insured becomes terminally ill or confined to a nursing home? As reviewed earlier in this presentation, if the insured becomes terminally ill or confined permanently to a qualified nursing home facility, the face amount of the base policy can be paid as a living benefit under the accelerated death benefit rider within the limits and terms as defined by the rider. The policy owner can accelerate up to 75% of the policy death benefit if the insured is diagnosed as terminally ill with a life expectancy of 12 months or less. If the insured is permanently confined to a qualified nursing home facility, it can accelerate up to 50% of the death benefit from the base policy. Please review variations on these accelerated limits in certain states. This information is on the state approval list for each product that can be found on the agent portal. The minimum accelerated amount is $5,000 and the maximum is $250,000. A lien for the face amount accelerated will accumulate at an annual interest rate of 8% and be deducted from the final death benefit paid. And finally, in the event of death, the survivors will have peace of mind because expenses that were insured with the whole life policy can be covered. The beneficiaries receive an income tax-free death benefit. And if the additional insurance dividend option was elected, the policy death benefit could be greater than the original face amount. Keep in mind that dividends are not guaranteed and should not be communicated as guaranteed elements of the policy. For more information and assistance, please contact the Agent Relations Call Center at 877-533-2468.